react to Alip Bata, who's an Indonesian guitar player. I had no idea who this person was.
Never heard of him, but I can tell he's probably way better than me.
Yes. I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, hold on.
But like 10 million views on a cover, a fingerstyle cover, like you have to be good. Like who's gonna watch?
I have 40 million views on my guitar playing.
I know, but like
Total.
on one cover though,
No,
like that's a lot.
Yeah,
for a cover.
I can't step
like no
to
one
that.
I feel gets that many views on a guitar cover.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Those numbers, pulling those kind of numbers.
So we are here. Let us know like the history of him and his whole journey, like why you guys found him, etc., etc. We really want to know.
I want to hear his version of "Sweet Child of Mine" and Guns N' Roses because one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite songs. I want to say like my mom gave me, let's see, "Use Your Illusion" 1 and 2. I think those were my first CDs actually, and then I got "Appetite for Destruction" like very like I don't know soon thereafter. I can't quite remember when I got it, but. Anyway, my point is, I love that album, so I'm very excited to hear what he does with the song. Let's go.
Yes. Why does my man look so bored, just like casually playing this with one hand?
I know. Also, isn't that difficult?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's like the iconic riff, right?
Yes, but on an acoustic, wouldn't that be kind of hard to replicate?
The man has strong fingers
with one hand. Because if you don't know, guitar players are supposed to use two hands because you use one hand to pluck the strings.
If you don't know.
Yes.
Now, what he's doing here, anybody can do. You know, you can kind of just come down straight, hammer on or whatever, you know, and then pull off. So you know, it can be done. But I think also like the evenness of his sound.
Wow. All right, now what do you think so far?
So initially, it's got a very John Butler trio-y vibe, but
now what are your predictions? How is he going to do the rest of it? Like, you think he's going to loop that and play the rest of the song? Because he's going to do the whole song.
Too early to tell. Too early to tell.
But so far,
this guy's got enough. Like I've heard enough to where he's gonna.
You're gonna keep listening.
I'm gonna keep listening, and there's some cats in the bag somewhere.
Okay, so he starts off. First of all, he starts off a lot lower than the original one. The original one starts somewhere around the 11th fret with the intro, and he has his capo on the 3rd fret. Which is very interesting, I think. And also, you notice he doesn't use his right hand right now, so he's actually hammering the strings just with his left hand. That is, first of all, not easy to produce a lot of sound with. Second of all, it's not easy to play that clean, because you have to make sure not to hit the other strings while hammering down. And the timing, because you're not only hammering it down, but you have to pluck it kind of when you pull it back from the string as well. I mean, in most cases. Let's hear that again.
Okay, so the reason to me that's melting my brain is so cool. It kind of reminds me of there's a jazz player I listen to. It's more like dirty jazz, like real groove, like 12/8, like in your face. Like Charlie Hunter plays, like he has a guitar. It's like the neck is really wicked cool, but he plays like bass and guitar at the same time. I mean, this is not the same as that. This is just a very different approach, but that's just what's coming to mind. But anyway, what I'm loving about this is that he has that left-hand pattern going on, which is already hard by itself because there's all this pull-on, whatever, all the technique that's got to go on to keep that amplified by its own hand. And then you got to have that rhythm going, and then the right hand's playing the melody and then harmonizing with itself as well with double stops, and you still have the left hand going on. It's kind of like piano, except in piano, remember both hands are, facing down, and it's, from your vantage, your POV, it's here. But what he's playing, he's got one hand over and one hand here. So it's just, there's just a lot going on. Guitar is such a demanding instrument if you're going to play stuff on this level. So that's why it's just so impressive to me. All right, back five.
You realize how hard he's going to be pushing on those strings to get it that clean? It's impressive.
Is what you can instantly tell, like, this guy's really good, right?
Yeah.
Like beginners, when they kind of like hammer on and pull off, like maybe like the hammer on is,
also
messy,
it's not in time, it's not
messy.
clean.
Yeah.
It's actually loud.
So he hasn't even brought in his other hand, which I'm terrified for. Because you know the man's about to slay us all.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's do it.
I have 87 combined years of experience, and you know,
Like if I were playing the guitar and the bass and the drums,
I mean, I can't play
don't
really
think it would
any
sound that
of them. I can't play any of them really well enough for them to sound that good. Let alone all three at the same time. This guy's a great.
he's a goat, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Like do you know what guess what he does for a living?
probably. Well, I'm guessing if you're asking me, not guitar. So
No.
not guitar.
No.
But I can tell you what he should be doing for a living. If somebody hire this man.
Just guess. What does he do for a living?
Bank teller.
He's a forklift driver.
Close enough.
My God. Again, this gets me so much again, and I don't know why, because I know this bass line is in the original song. But for some reason, it just blows my mind how he does it so seamlessly. And again, with his right hand now, he's hammering down the strings on the frets. He's doing the bass line with his right hand there, and it's very clear that he's separating them. Although at a certain point, I think the strings overlapped a little bit with the bass line and and the intro on the guitar riff. Oh man, I don't know how he does it. It's just let's return a little.
Stop. This is amazing.
How is he making that
This
slapping
is
sound
amazing.
at the same time?
You know, he slapped. That's what kind of keeps him. Doesn't really sound the same here, but like, first of all, I just wanted to shout out what he's done. So everybody everybody knows the sound of the beginning, right? But like the sneaky best part. This might be a hot take. The best part of the song is the. Like that's the bass line, right? The bass line is the best part of the song, in my opinion. Come at me in the comments if you disagree. Obviously, the slash riff is iconic, but for him to play the riff with his left hand and then the bass line with his right hand at the same time, I think he might be better than me.
This is awesome. This is really cool. Man, when he really came in with that really low string. This is going to be cool.
Family is approved. Now, I look at that and I go, you know what? There are some modifications that have been made to be played on. Like he's not wearing out the strings or anything to achieve it, but definitely gets the stamp of approval. Now, the question is, and this is my genuine response and thought and question is,
I know you.
what would it sound like on a Les Paul?
What, playing it like that?
He plays. I want to hear him play through Slash's rig. Let's make this happen.
Okay, internet,
make it
help
happen.
us out here. Like
If Slash and Alip
Bata
are listening to this, we want to be the mediators and moderators and facilitators, the big 3-8ers.
All right, so you want Slash to play it on acoustic like that, and him to play, or no?
I think we could probably find. I think that this really brings into question.
Man, get me in my emotions, man. Holy shit, that's so good. In the last video we talked about it, chord melodies, basically playing the melody, but also accompanying yourself within, with playing around chord structure.
That's interesting. Like usually with that part, at a certain point, they usually do a bending technique to lift up the note to get a higher note. But here he just goes quickly to the fret next to it to go to the higher note. Probably also because, first of all, on an acoustic guitar, it's much harder to do a clean bend on the strings. They're much stiffer and harder to bend. Plus, it's in the beginning next to his capo, which makes it even more difficult to do these bending techniques. So probably that's why he just does this swift movement towards the fret next to it. If you hear, it's very subtle. It's very subtle.
How is he doing like the snare sound? You know, the beat. Is he doing it on the lower rim of the guitar there? The chamber hole? Or is that pre-recorded? Something like this makes me think that it's not pre-recorded. So he's got to be making that sound somehow. Maybe it's with his foot?
I feel like
That
you're shook.
wow. That's ridiculous, is it? That's actually ridiculous. Like the tuning. I don't know exactly if this is at the very least it's tuned down a step because he's got a cape on the 3rd fret, right? Which
Yes.
basically just brings everything higher. But his bass note seems to be F, which is the 1st fret. So that means he's tuned down, where F will be the 3rd fret. But like that arrangement that he just made for that part is just like, it's stupid. It's so stupid good.
I feel like you're
my
never
man.
even super impressed by guitar
I don't, dude.
players.
That's the other sneaky thing. I can give a crap about guitar players. Like I'm not impressed by anything. Like as if you've never seen me, I've got a guitar channel or whatever. It's like my main gig, and it's like
We need to look at what Slash plays it like acoustic, and we would do an A/B.
Does he?
I'm sure there is a video of Slash playing it acoustic somewhere.
Internet.
Internet.
Man, his hammer-ons and hammer-offs, or hammer-ons, pull-offs, it's he's definitely very talented at guitar. And he's doing, you know, he's doing the vocal melody, he's doing the beat, and just combining it all. It's so cool. So cool. I'm glad you guys suggested that.
I could never say this on my channel. Like I'm not that impressed by guitar stuff. I just happen to be a guitar YouTuber. it's very strange for me. So a lot of times I have to pretend like, oh, that's yeah.
How impressive.
Oh, John Mayer. Yeah, that's really great. That's yeah. I don't believe it. I never believe it. This man though, this man's slaying it on the court with the cutaway.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
He's really making that guitar sing.
we need to get him an Enya. We need to get our man an Enya guitar.
I know,
How
maybe
cool!
they'll collab
Look
with
at this.
him.
Look how light this is. It like packs down into like. Hold that while It packs down into this case that is so much easier to pack in a guitar, or a car.
Okay, so he actually skipped the second verse there because usually the song is much longer than 3.5 minutes. I think it's close to 5 minutes probably. But I mean, in the second verse and chorus, there is less unique in the song. I think it's mostly after that part that it's really building up towards the climax of the song. And Axl Rose sings very high in this song as well. Further down to play these vocal lines.
Man, you just can't. You can't teach that. You just can't teach that. That is soul right there, man. That's on the inside. That's like, you know. Yeah, this guy practices. Like, you know. Someone said a comment like he's an alien from another planet. It's like, no, he practices and is an amazing work ethic and has developed the instrument. He's a human, you know, like you got to give people credit when they work that hard. But with that being said, also there's just that inside stuff. Like that is some intuition that exists on like the inner soul of, you know, certain musicians. I don't know if I can handle this guy, man. He's like unlocking all these things in me. Like, oh, this is crazy in a good way, in a very, very good way though. Like it's just so impressive because just that little blues lick, the little bluegrass thing, like just a little bend here and just a little slide. Like it's so good. It is so good. You already know. You don't need me to tell you. You already know because you're a fan of him. But like, I don't know. It's just kind of melting my brain right now. All right, let's take it out.
So he changed it up.
He changed it up. It was not what I was expecting.
But I approve.
Oh.
Saat petikan pembuka, Sweet Child O' Mine, mulai terdengar dari gitar Alip Bata, 7 reaktor langsung menunjukkan reaksi spontan. Melodi ikonik itu terdengar familiar namun hadir dengan nuansa yang lebih lembut dan personal. Versi akustik ini terasa seperti membawa lagu tersebut ke ruang yang lebih intim, membuat mereka fokus penuh pada setiap detail bunyi yang keluar dari senar gitar. Alur permainan Alip Bata terasa mengalir tanpa hambatan, seolah setiap nada telah menemukan tempatnya sendiri. Para reaktor tampak menikmati bagaimana melodi utama disusun ulang dengan sentuhan fingerstyle yang rapi dan bersih, tidak ada kesan terburu-buru, semuanya terasa matang dan penuh kendali, membuat lagu ini terdengar segar tanpa kehilangan identitas aslinya. Ketika bagian melodi berulang dimainkan, ekspresi kagum mulai semakin jelas terlihat. Petikan yang konsisten dan ritme yang stabil menciptakan rasa nyaman saat didengar. 7 reaktor larut dalam suasana, merasakan perpaduan antara kehangatan, nostalgia, dan ketenangan yang muncul dari interpretasi Alip Bata. Memasuki bagian tengah lagu, permainan gitar terdengar semakin kaya. Alip Bata menambahkan variasi nada dan dinamika yang membuat aransemen terasa hidup. Setiap perubahan kecil dalam tekanan jari dan tempo memberi warna baru, membuat para reaktor terus menunggu kejutan berikutnya tanpa merasa bosan. Pada momen klimaks, emosi lagu terasa semakin kuat meski tanpa vokal, melodi yang biasanya dinyanyikan kini seolah berbicara melalui senar gitar. 7 reaktor tampak terdiam, menikmati bagaimana gitar mampu menyampaikan rasa bahagia, harapan, dan kelembutan secara bersamaan. Menjelang akhir lagu, permainan Alip Bata mulai menurun dengan halus. Tempo yang sedikit melambat memberi ruang bagi nada-nada terakhir untuk bergema lebih lama. Resonansi gitar terdengar hangat dan menenangkan, menciptakan penutup yang terasa alami dan memuaskan. Setelah petikan terakhir menghilang, suasana hening sesaat terasa begitu kuat. 7 reaktor masih larut dalam perasaan yang ditinggalkan oleh lagu tersebut, tanpa banyak kata. Reaksi mereka menunjukkan bahwa versi Sweet Child O' Mine ini bukan sekadar cover, melainkan sebuah interpretasi yang penuh rasa dan karakter. Itulah Lur untuk reaksi kali ini. Sampai jumpa lagi di video lainnya bersama channel Rafiko. Admin ucapkan terima kasih telah menonton.